Hey Sioux Falls, Shannon Austin here. We are out of the Sioux Falls Regional Landfill. We have on the show Donnie today. Donnie's our superintendent for the landfill. Donnie, there's a lot of exciting things happening out at the landfill. What's going on?
Well, right now, as you can see behind us, we have a landfill composting expansion project, which is going to expand the composting area by about 100 or about 500 by 400 asphalt pad. So it hopefully will be wrapping up here first part of August, and it's actually going to help our residents get in and out of the landfill a little bit quicker. They'll be able to bring in their compost and drop it off and leave, fairly quick.
Okay, so just for those that don't exactly know what compost is, can you give us a description of what it actually is?
Yep. So we can compost yard waste, so you have grasses, leaves, and we do also take branches that doesn't get composted, but we do grind the wood waste up. So basically just your typical yard waste.
Okay, so then as a finished product, then this compost can also actually be used by or picked up by our citizens?
Correct. So we give our compost away to the residents for free, and if you want to buy it in bulk, you can. That would be $15 a ton if you load it yourself, or $20 a ton if the landfill staff loads it for you.
And so can you use just a straight compost, or do you have to mix it with anything?
We typically like to tell people to mix it about 50-50 with black dirt or topsoil. It does have some nitrogen in it. It's not high in nitrogen, but it could potentially burn gardens up if you don't mix it with something.
Okay, so this expansion we've seen a lot of compost coming in, which is the main reason why we've had to expand it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're seeing a lot more yard waste, a lot more grass and leaves. So we're able to process that a little bit quicker if we can turn it on a regular basis and keep the moisture inside and stockpile a little bit more.
Okay.
So it's there. It's available. We have plenty of it.
So have you seen a lot of responses from the citizens? Are they coming out more and picking up the finished product?
Yep.
Good.
We see a lot of residents come and use it. They seem to like it, so that's
Good.
why we continue to do it, and it helps keep compost out of the landfill so we can extend the life of the landfill.
Awesome. So one of the other things that you are also so proactive on is our landfill pass.
Correct.
And we talked a little bit earlier this year about the landfill pass. Give us an update again on when that is expiring and for our citizens.
Right. So we're currently taking free landfill passes right now. They'll expire on August 31st.
Okay.
And you can bring in anything from 2 mattresses per pass. You can bring in appliances. You can bring in tires, C&D material.
Which is what? What's C&D?
Construction and demolition debris material, and we do accept, fire extinguishers and propane tanks. Those will all get recycled. You can bring in scrap metal, and we'll recycle that.
So then basically, homeowners could bring out anything that they would normally just put in their that they would bring out to the landfill, just not household waste, right?
Correct. Not no municipal solid waste. That doesn't work with the landfill pass.
Okay, so we've extended the time frame, which is August 31st,
yep.
Which is that Labor Day weekend?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen more people coming out then because we've extended the time of the pass?
It's pretty consistent. We always seems like we get a little bit more participation as we run that program. Each year we typically start getting more and more.
Okay.
So yeah, we will continue to see that flow up.
Okay. So then what are the big things that aren't allowed here at the landfill?
So we don't want to landfill batteries. We don't want to landfill anything that can be recycled.
Okay.
And we get that question a lot. Why do we have to separate our loads? We really want to be able to recycle and divert as much waste as possible to extend the life of the landfill. It helps keep our rates down. We haven't had to have any rate increases since 2015. So it helps us to be able to efficiently run the landfill.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to talk to Jessica next about recycling. So thanks so much for your time.
All right. Thanks, Shannon.
All right, our next topic then is talking about recyclables, and we welcome to the show Jessica.
Hi.
She is with our environmental division. Jessica, we were just talking with Donnie about recyclables.
Yes.
Out here at the landfill, and I know you work a lot at the household hazardous waste.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about what items you accept there?
Yeah, so the Household Hazardous Waste Facility, it's a great free facility for our residents in and around Sioux Falls. Things that we want at the Household Hazardous Waste Facility are your electronics, so anything with a circuit board, think TVs, game consoles, projectors, computers, things like that, not appliances.
Okay.
So electronics like that.
So the other day, my vacuum cleaner just broke down.
Yep.
Do you accept vacuum cleaners? Because you plug it in.
Yep, that would be considered an appliance, so that would actually go out to the landfill. We wouldn't take that.
And is there a special spot for those type of things at the landfill?
Yeah, out at Route 1 is where that would be brought.
Okay.
So, yeah, or you can check with your hauler, too. A lot of times if you give your hauler a call, they'll be able to tell you what to do with it.
Okay.
But, like, if you get a new TV, if you're upgrading your entertainment system, bring your old entertainment features to us.
So is there anything that needs to be done to the electronic devices before you bring them out?
That's a great question. A lot of people worry, especially with computers and hard drives, about their data and the security of that. You don't need to worry about that. The electronics get taken in at our facility, and then they get sent off to our certified electronics recycling vendor, and they are certified for data security. So all of your hard drives, they get grinded up into a pulp, and so they're safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about, we all have cell phones,
Yep.
or smartphones, and cameras. We have these lithium batteries, or
Yeah.
just small batteries. What do we do with the batteries?
We want those batteries at HHW. They can actually be a huge problem for our recyclers if they end up in the single stream. They can cause big fires.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they can also be a problem out at the landfill too. And so we want to properly dispose of them and recycle them. So bring them to us at the Household Hazardous Waste Facility.
Just put those in a bag or something with your regular stuff.
Yep,
Okay.
drop it off. We'll take care of it. Yep.
Okay. So then what other, so I guess the other day, we just got notified from our hauler that they weren't going to be accepting plastic bags.
Yeah.
So what's the story behind that?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We were one of the only municipalities that was still accepting plastic bags in our single stream. Single stream is like your home recyclables, your mixed recycling. Unfortunately, there is no market for that for plastic bags and plastic film, and they are a huge labor-intensive item for our MRFs, our recyclers. When they come through the single stream, they actually have to be hand pulled out. Most everything is automated and it gets separated into where it can be recycled, but plastic bags are not. So they have to have people working the line and physically pulling them out. If they don't, they get tangled up in the equipment, just slow the whole process down. They have to shut everything down and take a chainsaw and cut through the plastic bags in the equipment. So they are a huge hassle. We're certainly not the only city that's struggling with them. Other cities have also banned them from their single stream. And so we're keeping an eye to see what some of the other leaders in the country are doing. But right now, they don't go in the single stream. Your hauler isn't going to want them in the recycling. There are some drop-off points at some retail stores like Target, Kohl's, Hy-Vee. You can bring them there to be recycled.
So then I also just recently saw where the plastic water bottles are being replaced with aluminum cans. Some of the water bottling companies are doing that. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, isn't that cool?
It is.
So they are going to be reducing their greenhouse gas emissions by doing this, and also reducing the amount of virgin plastic that they have to make for their bottled water. Aluminum is endlessly recyclable. It saves a ton of energy, so it's great that they're doing that. Although I do have to say, the best thing that you can do for the environment in terms of water is use our tap. Tap water is the best thing you can do. Fill up a reusable water bottle, but I'm very happy that there's companies that are taking the extra effort to reduce their environmental footprint. So very happy about that.
Certainly a lot of information out there. Where do a lot of our viewers go then to learn more information about the landfill and what is recyclable?
SiouxFalls.org/green. It's our website where you can go. There's a whole A to Z disposal guide on our website, and so almost anything that you can think of, you should be able to find it on that website and where it should go.
Okay. So anything new and exciting coming up?
Yeah, so I'm really excited. We are about to launch our new recycling education campaign. With that, we'll be retooling the website, making it even more user-friendly. So anything you can think of that you want to get rid of, trying to decide where it should go, you will be able to find it. Just type it in and it'll come up on our website. It's going to have a toolkit for all of our haulers. We've got 21 different haulers that use the landfill. This is going to provide a toolkit for them to standardize all of our recycling information so that they're all on the same page, getting the same message.
Wow, so much valuable information.
Yeah.
And there's so many opportunities if people are really wanting to reduce their footprint. There's so many opportunities out there.
Yes, we're so excited excited. Our residents do a great job. We just want to help them do even better.
Great. Thanks so much for your time.
Hello, Sioux Falls. Dustin Hanson here, Street Operations Manager with the City of Sioux Falls. I also have Charlie Putzier, Supervisor here with the Street Department. Our Slurry Seal program has officially kicked off this year. Our goal is to complete approximately 400 blocks this year of residential streets, or about 20 miles. Our Slurry Seal program is very important to preventative maintenance program, and we like to extend the life of these streets about 8 to 10 years. Charlie, can you tell us a little bit about the actual process?
Yeah, you'll see these guys coming into your neighborhood. They'll probably start on your corners and then they will do the regular street. Usually the time frame is not very long, so please be patient. Usually within an hour we're able to drive on it, and 4 hours we can turn on it. So the reason we do our Slurry Seal is you will see crews in your neighborhood in this area. They will be fixing imperfections in the street. We usually do these on fairly newer streets. We get somewhere between 7 and 10 years of extra life out of the street with this slurry program. So that is the reason that we're doing the slurry program.
Yeah, and just it's very important that your cars are moved off the street. If your street is in the area, you're going to see a door tag just like this one. The night before, they'll actually put it on your door if you're residents. That I'll let you know. And you can go to siouxfalls.org/slurry. Or you can call 367-8255 to follow along with the process or to see if your car has been moved. Thank you, Sioux Falls, and stay safe.
Hey, Sioux Falls. I didn't want to leave without giving you an update on the 26th and Southeastern project. We welcome back Dina. Dina, lots of stuff going on behind us.
There is, yes. The contractor has started to bring in dirt to build up the new Southeastern Avenue.
So how many feet are there right now?
There's probably about 12 feet right now. We're about halfway up.
Wow, got a long ways to go yet.
Yes, we do.
So he'll be continuing to bring the soil in for the next couple of months?
Yes, yep. So right now what they're doing is they're installing the utilities. So the sanitary sewer is being installed now. They're almost finished with that. Then they'll be bringing in more dirt. Then they'll be installing the water main. And then they'll be bringing more dirt, installing the storm sewer, and then they'll be ready to start final grading.
Okay, so when we went through the design, we had a lot of talk about the retaining walls that would be on Southeastern and then also on 26th Street. The retaining walls that are there now, those get covered up, right?
Yes, correct. The ones that are east of Southeastern Avenue, those will be buried.
Okay, and so then when will the contractor start working on the actual retaining wall for the intersection?
That contractor will be coming in here very soon.
Okay, so everything will start happening a lot more at the intersection.
Yes,
okay.
Yep, yeah, you'll start to see the new retaining wall faces coming in here very soon.
Okay, so we all, as you drive through the project area, there's those silver culvert-like things standing up. That's the bridge, right?
Yes, correct. That is the piers for, the columns for the new abutment.
Okay.
So that will be the end of the bridge.
That's the end of it.
Yes.
Okay, and then as we continue to go to the west, there'll be more of those structures that the drivers will see.
Yes, there'll be 4 piers all together and 2 abutments.
Okay.
Yep.
So as far as any driving pattern changes, we still have 26th Street open, which will continue.
Yes.
What's going on at the interstate?
So the interstate right now, the contractor is finishing up building Jaeger Road.
Okay.
And then here coming up soon, traffic will switch so that when you get off of I-229 North, you'll actually be driving on the new concrete.
Okay.
The intersection will still be open, but you'll be able to drive on the new stuff.
So there is, as you drive through there is pretty much a vertical difference there between the old 26th Street and the new 26th Street. Any reason why that was?
The contractor actually is going to be using the dirt from the old alignment of 26th Street. They're going to move that dirt to finish building Jaeger Road.
Okay. Again, as you drive through the project area, you don't really see a lot of what's going on under the bridges. How are the bridges going on the interstate?
Bridges are going well.
Okay.
They're still working on the abutments and the piers, but they really should be starting to see decking where you drive. They'll be starting to see that here in the near future.
Okay, well, the $1 million question, is the contractor ahead of schedule, behind schedule, right on schedule?
I think for the bridge contractors, they're a little bit behind schedule.
Okay.
We had a slower start this spring with the water and the river height, Little delay there. We've had some private utility conflicts that we're still working through. But as for the road construction portion of it, that is ahead of on schedule, or maybe even a little bit ahead.
Great. And then Cliff Avenue Greenhouse, we still have access to Cliff Avenue Greenhouse and Leif Erikson. How are those folks been? They've been okay during the construction?
Yes, yep. The business is still open to Cliff Avenue and will be, even with the changes. And Leif Erikson, yes, they're still open too. We visited with them and they are doing great.
And bike trail, any bike trail updates?
The pedestrian box culvert has been installed. That is not open yet. We're still working on the transitions, getting them in and out.
Okay.
But that will be open here soon.
So running like clockwork.
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Any other information you want to give our viewers on the project?
Thank you for your patience. It's been a long construction project, I know, and it will continue to be, but just thanks for your patience and drive slow.
All right. Well, lots of stuff happening. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Our final update, we go all the way over to the southwest part of the city on our 69th Street project from Louise all the way over to Tallgrass. And Carrie, we've been here recently, or about a month ago. Not a lot has changed. What's been going on?
They finished up some utility work. We don't have a lot of utility work left to complete, so now we're working on treating the subgrade so that we can build a road on it.
And so it's just been pretty wet, so it's been kind of slow going?
Really wet conditions. The other big part of this project is the box culvert that we're installing.
Okay.
So when big rains come in like that and it produces high flows through that area, it makes it really tough for them to continue installing that big box.
Okay, so the box culvert goes across 69th Street and then dumps out into a detention pond, is that
That's right,
Okay.
a detention pond on the north side of the road here.
Okay, so we have a new, I guess, method of subgrade out here. And it's called, what is it called again?
Cement treated base.
Okay, so just give our viewers an idea what that is.
So basically we're taking cement and putting it on the existing subgrade and mixing it in to make a harder, better subgrade for us to build a road on, rather than digging out a bunch of dirt and needing to haul it out to bring in gravel or rock.
So is this a new procedure?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time that it's been used on a city project under a main arterial road like this, so it's pretty new to us.
And is it popular or used more frequently when it's wet conditions, or can it be used anywhere?
It can be used anywhere. It's really valuable if you want to reduce the section of dig out that you're needing to do to put a road on.
Okay, so it's helped us kind of dry this out then, apparently.
Yep, they've been working on it all along this south side here, and it's definitely helped harden it up so we can put a little bit of gravel down and start paving.
Okay, so the passengers in the vehicles, not the drivers, if they see, what does it look like?
They're basically spreading out a really light gray powder.
Okay.
And then they'll come across with a tiller and kind of work it into the soil.
Okay, so then this grade behind us is basically almost ready to be paved?
Yep, we just need to add gravel, and then they can start paving.
So overall, the schedule, are we kind of still on ahead, or are we a little bit behind?
We're a little bit behind right now. I'd say we're about a month behind schedule.
Okay. So the last time we were out, of course, we had mentioned to some folks that this is a construction zone, we want to drive slowly. Did you have any police officer enforcement out here on the speed limits?
Yeah, we have had police officers out patrolling to make sure they're obeying that 25 mile an hour speed limit, especially with this temporary gravel access road over here. It's not good to be speeding through that area.
All right, well, everybody watch your speed limits. So we'll be back in about a month to check on your progress.
Sounds good, thanks.
Well, we have been all over the city of Sioux Falls today. So for more information on any of the projects that we talked about or any other cone zones that you've been driving through, take a look at siouxfalls.org and go to our street construction page, and that'll keep you up to date. Sioux Falls, that's a wrap.